Hey, it's Leanne and Simon on Loving Life Now for today's topic, move on up. Why don't you just move on up while I move on over here?
Well, hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to our Facebook Live here on Loving
this?
Life Now.
I just realised there's something sitting there.
You've got a big balloon behind your head.
I'll bring it when everyone's on.
Well. So as you join, pop your details in, let us know you're here. We'd love to welcome you to this evening's Facebook Live. We've got a great topic, move on up.
I'm doing some sharing.
So let's move on up, and we've got some great discussion points to talk about. But we want to know you're here, so pop your details in. Let us know that you're here. Say hello, so that we can welcome you to this evening's Facebook Live.
I haven't done any sharing yet.
We got no comments yet. Hello everyone. We got no comments coming up.
No.
Maybe there's no comments.
No, I think I'm just slow.
Right,
coming.
well there you go. So we're going to be talking about the topics now. There you go. Joe Newland says, hi guys, Joe in Varsity. Hello Joe. Welcome from Varsity Lakes.
Hello.
Rachel, g'day Rachel from the sunny coast. And we've got Maxine watching. G'day Maxine. David Miller,
hey,
good
David.
evening. Great to be back in South Australia. Really? You missed the Gold Coast? Peggy says hello. Shaz Jones says hi lovelies.
Yes.
Gabby Viner says hi guys, also from the Goldie.
Oh.
Peggy's watching all the way over in WA where we're headed tomorrow.
Wrong button.
Zandil, hello from Zambia.
Sandy.
Says hi guys.
Hey Mel.
Mel, Brett Hudson.
Brett
Hudson.
Johnson?
There was another Johnson, Brett Hudson.
Hey,
It keeps
Rob.
moving so quick on me. Rob Collins, hello from Rabina. Shani, hello. Agatha has just joined us and she's watching. And Rhett, g'day from Tugun. G'day Rhett.
Bridget.
Tugun on the Goldie, welcome.
We've got all the Gold Coast
Bridget
on.
Rees,
I love it.
Cheryl, hello Cheryl from Sydney. Agatha, g'day Agatha. Kath Dalgleish over in WA. G'day Groovers, she said.
Karina. Hey Karina.
Karina Kenny,
Oh my God,
hello
my eyelash
Karina.
is like weird.
Agatha is still watching. Kelly Hamilton says hello from the sunny coast. Susan Cornish, hello. Bernie Island's doing backflips in Burleigh. Funny that.
She's good at those backflips
She
now.
is. Julie says hello from Brisbane. G'day Julie. Darren Hammond, g'day Darren's just joined us and watching. So we've got a great topic this evening, Lee, called Move On Up.
Move on up.
What do you do when you move on up?
Well,
Jeff
I'm gonna
Nixon
show
says hi
them
everyone.
what this thing is.
Looking forward to this evening and what my business has cracking.
It's a small balloon.
Look at this. Check out this. Can you see us?
It's small.
This got delivered to our door. Got delivered to our door with gold tinsel. Gold tinsel, and there was a gift attached to it. Now it's floating back into the stream. And there was a gift attached to it, wasn't there?
There was.
What was that for?
A voucher for winning top earners.
Yay! So we got a big balloon delivered to the door with a voucher attached to it.
Yeah.
And a
And
note
you weren't
saying,
even here.
congratulations.
So it was all mine.
I wasn't here. Congratulations on being the top income earners. So that was a big surprise.
It was. It's very cool.
Big balloon, big surprise.
Big balloon.
All right, so let's get on to topic. Move on up. Well, how do we do this? How do we move on up in life?
You get a ladder.
Get a ladder. That's a good idea. Well, they say that we live life on the ladder of life, right?
Yeah.
So we've got to move on up the ladder. So how do we actually move on up the ladder? Well, how do we move on up just in general in life? Well, of course, we've spoken last week about positive impulses and negative impulses.
Yeah.
And how positive impulses impact us positively and negative impulses negatively impact us, right? So impulses create something better. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So you get an impulse and you want to go after it.
Yeah.
And it allows you to create something better. And by doing that, you're moving on up, right? But you need to have awareness.
Yeah.
You've got to be aware, and you've got to act from your higher self. Because if you're not aware, you're not going to be aware of the impulses that are getting you to strive to do something greater so you can move on up in life, right?
Yeah.
Now, we all want to move on up in life somewhere, whether it be in careers, whether it be in friend circles.
Yeah.
You know, remember as a young kid when you were in, you wanted to
Would
be
in the cool group?
cool group, or you wanted
I was in the cool group. No, I wasn't.
so then you had to move on up. How do you
Yeah.
move on up? Well, you surround yourself with people who are like-minded. You surround yourself with people who are creating the results that you want to create in your life, and they inspire you, right?
Actually, I had a friend leave me a message the other day and he said to me, we need to catch up with you guys more because it's the 5 people you hang around the most, and we're not hanging around you enough. In those kind of words.
That's a nice message.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got to be aware of circumstances going on around you, act from your higher self, and we become more at cause. So when we're acting from our higher self and we're going for it, we come from more at cause, right?
Yeah.
We're actually we're in the game. We want to create something greater for ourselves.
Yeah.
And what do we do by doing that? How do we create something greater for ourselves?
We take action.
Take action. Well, of course, nothing happens without action, right? But we've got to do that whilst coming from our higher self.
Sorry, I've got an eyelash in my eye.
So it's no good if we're taking action and we're operating from our lower self. That wouldn't be any good at all.
Kerry said, do we have a spare room? Well, yes, we do, Kerry, but it's not available.
We've got a few spare rooms, actually. Vibrating at a higher level. Absolutely, Peggy.
Sorry.
All right, so taking action brings about opportunities to act from your higher self. So remember, take action, but they've got to be proactive actions. And that, in turn, will create a chain of positive actions. So if we can create positivity in everything that we do, so positive actions create proactive actions. Okay? So our goal is to learn to control the impulses that we actually act on. And we spoke last week and the week before about negative impulses and positive impulses.
Can I control my runny nose and not act on?
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that one.
Sorry
You
about
could
that.
try and move on up from it and be your
It's
higher self.
It's like literally.
Operate from your higher self. I think I passed it on.
The last thing guys want to see is it running down my face.
All right, so remember the goal is to learn how to act from positive impulses in your life, right?
Yep.
So you want to act from that place. Now, what do you got to look out for as you're moving on the way up? What do you got to look out for? You've got to look out for... let me just see here. Let me think how... Oh, yeah, okay. So we've got to look out for people who are stoppers.
Yep.
And the world of the herd of people.
Okay.
We look out for those people, right? If you want to move on up, you've got to break the herd, right?
Yes.
And you've got to not allow stoppers to derail you or to stop you from doing what you're proactively going to do to move on up in life.
Yeah.
Okay? So the world of the herd, the stoppers, they operate from their lower negative impulse. So we certainly we want to move away from that. And we've got thoughts, whether real or imagined, will also have a limiting effect on us. So our own thoughts, if they are real, if we think they're real or imagined, we can actually stop ourselves.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. So if we thought we can't go away on that holiday because it's dangerous at the moment with COVID outbreaks.
Yeah.
Right? Now you could believe that to be true and it could become a real reality for you.
Yes.
Or so you imagine it, you create it, and it actually becomes your own stopper.
Yep. So you don't go anywhere and you stay home.
No, you don't go anywhere and you stay home. So you don't want to be your own stopper, and you certainly don't want others to be your stopper. All right. So this is some of the key steps that we've got to take in order to move on up. Now, one of the greatest things that we can do is operate from our higher self, Lee.
Uh-huh.
Are you operating from your higher self?
No, I am not.
You're not at the moment? You're not feeling like your higher self?
No.
All right, so we've got to operate from our higher self. We've got to seek to confront and overcome potential danger.
Right.
So seek to confront and overcome potential danger. Because it's potential, right? Things come up in our life that we think are going to derail us, or that could be dangerous, or that might hold us back from where we want to go or what we want to do. But if we allow that to happen, we won't achieve the results.
No.
Right? So we've got to seek to confront and overcome in order to move up. Seek solutions. Look for solutions. How do I do this differently? How do I move through this path of my life? What do I need to do in order to change my reality, right? So seek solutions. And align yourself with inspirational leaders.
Oh.
And what do inspirational leaders do?
Inspire people.
They do, but they choose action
Yeah.
in spite of fear.
Right.
So they choose action in spite of fear. So inspirational leaders will always operate from a higher place, and they will always operate from choosing action in spite of fear.
I'm laughing at Bernie's comment. Raise your vibration could be an option, Lee. So Simon says.
I told her that, Bernie, before we got on here. I said, okay, Lee, come on with me 3 times.
I said
Lee,
no.
raise your vibration. Lee, raise your vibration.
I said no.
I did it for her. I did it for me. Did
Win
it for
top earner 6 years in a row. We've already done that, Agatha. We need 7 years.
Inspirational, right? So, as you're inspiring to create something better, don't shrink back and shy away from things. Because if you shrink back and shy away from situations, what's going to happen?
Don't test me tonight.
Well, you're not going to move anywhere.
No.
You're going to go backwards, right?
No, seriously.
You're certainly not going to move closer to your ideal dream goal
No.
or moving on up to what you want to achieve, right?
All right. Sorry, Agatha. I misunderstood. The brain's a bit fogged.
All right, so don't shrink back. If you do shrink back, what does it do? It creates limitations and it cuts off future possibilities. Mm-hmm. We don't want to cut off future possibilities if we're trying to move on up. We want to create an abundant universe. We want future opportunities to be available. And if we don't, then we're going to operate from our lower self.
Yeah.
We
So
don't want to do that.
Carolina says, why do you think I'm attending? You guys are an inspiration.
What was that? Oh, why do you think I'm attending? Thank you.
Thank
you for
you.
attending. All right. So what else have we got here? So our ability for awareness is being able to distinguish between which self we are being, and that becomes different between being at cause or at the effect of situations in our life. So let me just go back over that again. So our ability for awareness, being able to distinguish between which self we are being becomes the difference between being at cause or being at the effect of situations in our life. So it's all about self-awareness, right? We've got to have a self-awareness around who are we operating from, what level are we operating from? Are we operating from our higher self or our lower self? And are we really going for what it is that we want?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
We are. Move on up. We've got plaques around the house. What do they say?
Not telling.
Not telling. All right, so we've got
Secret.
messages all over the house. It is a secret. All right, so certainly you want to be operating from your best vibration, from your higher self, right? Now, what we think and believe, however, can be changed through what? Through action.
Yeah.
Yep. To support our goals, right?
Yeah.
So what we think and what we believe can be changed. Do you believe that?
Yes.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I believe that to be true too.
Oh, hey, Mel. How are you? Zandy just said, inspire yourself by following the example of the top income earners. I clicked a button. I clicked the wrong button. Oh my God.
What did you do? Okay.
Don't let me control the thing today. I'm trying to scroll back up. Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right. So being aware and acting upon this will become a major part of your success toolkit. So how do you create a success toolkit? You've got to believe that we can change things through action.
Yeah.
Right? We can create changes. So get on the higher self path. This is my tip. Get on the higher self path and stay on it. Act on opportunities that you recognize. Now, Lee, there is a lot of opportunities out there that people are recognizing at the moment, even in our business, right?
Yeah.
And you've got to ask yourself, am I coming from my higher self, or am I really want to move on up? Do I want to move on up in my status of life and my status in my business and where I'm going? What do I want to create? What do I want to achieve? And go for it.
Yeah. Why not?
We going for our goals?
We are.
Absolutely.
We're not telling everyone on here though.
No.
Most of you would know already. But yes.
All right. So we've got some big goals that we're looking to achieve, and we're operating from our higher self.
A little bit.
Operating from our higher
Yes.
self. And certainly we know that we're acting in spite of fear.
Yeah.
Yep. And we also know that action is going to lead us closer to those goals.
Uh-huh.
And we also know that in order to move on up, that we've got to create awareness around what it is that we're doing. And certainly we've got a great awareness around what we want to achieve. So we're going after that. So this is how you move on up in life. You've got to take one step after the other, create positive thoughts and processes, and go after it.
Yeah.
And don't allow that lower self or those stoppers to come on out and hold you back,
Absolutely.
because they won't serve you.
Madeline says, love watching you too. Aww.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so that's pretty much our topic for the week. It was going to be a nice short one this evening because we've got another stream that we've got to be on later on at 9 o'clock Queensland time.
If I have my nose left.
Which is going to be a long one. And we've got to be camera ready, and we're doing a recording of a new business presentation for our company. So that's happening this evening. So thank you for joining us this evening for a very short, snappy topic about moving on up and how we can move on up in our lives and move forward. And next week we won't be online.
No,
we're having the week off. We'll be over in WA in Perth, so there'll be no Facebook Live next week. We will put a post up just advising and acknowledging that as well. But we'll be back the following week.
Yep.
Back the following week for another episode of Loving Life Now Live Facebook.
Awesome.
With another great topic.
Absolutely.
Anything else? Do you want to wrap it?
Wrap it. I want to show them my balloon again.
You want to show the balloon?
My balloon.
It's not your balloon, it's our balloon.
Ready?
Look how big this balloon is.
It's like massive. It's so big. So good.
Delivered to the front door.
Anyway, you guys are all awesome. Thank you. I see all your comments. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And thanks, Peggy. We'll see you next week over there in WA.
We'll make sure we spam you all with lots of photos and videos from our Perth trip.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, stay safe, and thanks everyone for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.